Hello everyone and welcome to Happiness Amusement Park, our second stop here in our amusement park month. And this is not as obviously compact as CC's Compact Carnival. This is a full sim amusement park and there's plenty of stuff to look at here. So I guess we're going to have to just take one of the routes here and take a look at the place. Looks like we've ended up in a shopping center sort of area at the moment. A lot of gestures here. Looks like there's some outfits to have as well. Some amusement parks have a area attached to them that's like a shopping center. I'm sure we'll see that with some of the other places we went to. We have an arcade here, because what's an amusement park without an arcade? A lot of this looks like the stuff that they have over at the Insert Coin Arcade, which is a place that I took a look at some years back, and they made a bunch of arcade machines, like Whack-A-Mole, I believe, here comes from there. So that's always nice to see some old favorites around. And this would be a game you would do with some others, where you'd race a fish up, I assume. Looks like there's a bunch of posters upstairs. And it looks like there's a couple of tabletop games as well around. Probably either like Greedy Greedy or Cards Against Humanity or something on those lines. These are rhythm games. Probably could do pretty well here, because there's very little lag, I have to say, for a full region amusement park like this. It's actually pretty nice. But I think part of it is because things are spaced out a lot more here than otherwise. Ski ball. And it looks like we have... Well, these are either for show or they're like Java games, I assume. Or Flash games. And there's posters all on the wall here. Pac-Man, Q*berts. A lot of the old favorites. Frogger. Donkey Kong. Well, it looks like we went out into the food stands in the carnival games. Soft pretzels. I could go for a soft pretzel right now. Zoltar. Brainwave. Touch the symbol I'm thinking of. Get a high percentage right to win prize. Huh. I'm sure this is just a RNG type thing. So basically you have a 1 in 5 chance of winning. Which seems to be about, yeah, that seems to be about it. I got 5 wrong and 1 right when I just did that. Cotton candy. Caricatures. Fortune teller. See some tarot cards on the table there. Souvenir stand. Doesn't look like things are... Well, maybe they are buyable, I'm not sure. Shirts might be. Amazing cat organ. So they got a lot of novelties around here. Whack a pirate. I want to whack a pirate. Let's go ahead and whack a pirate. I guess I just have to click on the pirate heads. Yep, I'm starting the score. I'm assuming I don't want to hit the parrot, though. And like every time I see parrot, I always almost click on it. 13 score. High score is 58. So somebody has some fast fingers. Kissing Booth. Iron Claw. Test your strength. We'll just smack it with the invisible hammer. I didn't do that very well. 32% strength. Let's give it one more go. 72% strength. That sounds better. Looks like they got some Sudoku here. There's a lot of interesting little games around. Shooting Gallery, let's try that. Oh, I got a hit. And that was my last shot. Got one hit. I keep on only managing one hit in 5 shots. I didn't do very well with that. Now we got a Ferris wheel up here, and it looks like we also have a haunted house and a corn maze. I'm going to try out the corn maze, because, hey, why not? Always love a good maze. I don't see too many corn mazes. I think I've seen a corn maze over at Botanicals during, like, Halloween, and I think that's it. Though I don't actually particularly go and look for them, though, either. Crazy Jester Jack-in-the-Box. Oh, looks like we got that out of here, and there's some gifts as well. Let's go ahead and check out the haunted house. Oh, this actually looks like it's a ride. Huh. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Okay, so the sign says it does 2 laps. That's kind of curious, because I don't usually see rides that have 2 laps to them. But okay, let's go ahead and ride the car. Oh hey, somebody's on fire. Oh wow. This is quite decorated. That didn't rose up all the way, but I think we're doing a second lap through here, so it should that next time. Nice. It's a little haunted house ride, but it's actually fairly nicely detailed inside. Let's see if we get another go. Yep, we get a second lap through. I think the hand actually stopped us. Yeah, some sort of creature up there. Well, that's pretty nice. Yeah, just dropped us up here, so let's go ahead and take a look at the stairs. The witch's lair. Oh, you got a little broomstick you can ride on if you want. Oh, we got some of those pictures that I think they change. Yeah, they do. There's a little witch flying around on a broom. And the stairs are painted in blood. It's kind of neat how they have a little walkthrough of the haunted house as well on the top. So you kind of get both worlds. You get a ride and a walkthrough. Usually that doesn't happen. Oh, she's coming out of the mirror for us. Oh, I broke that chair, apparently. Looks like there's a golf course over there, but I'm not going to mess with it at the moment. It looks like the entire corn maze has de-rezzed and isn't coming back for some reason. That's, not usually what happens. Huh. I may have to, relog here, because I can't... I assume there's something here that I'm supposed to start the Ferris wheel with, and it's not showing up at the moment. That's no good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just relog here for a moment and get right back to you guys. Okay, we're back, and I guess the thing here wasn't rezzing up, so that's why I couldn't start the Ferris wheel, but hopefully it'll work now. There we go. Program 1. I see some big thing over there too with a big cutout. Plenty of coasters as well. I see one we did over at CC's Compact Carnival over there already. But the Insanity one, I think that's new for us. And this gives us a good view of most of the park. It looks like the very outer edges over there probably isn't going through because of my draw distance, which is about at 200 at the moment. But as you can see, this is a fairly big park with quite a few rides attached to it. Though things are a bit more spaced out, and I think that helps with the lag a bit more. Because I actually don't feel much lag here at all, which is pretty amazing. I'm just going to hop off and head right over here to the Geyser. And the last time we rode on this, I think it got stuck. So hopefully this one won't have the issue that the last one had. Nice bit of spinning around here. This one seems to be dropping back down, I think. Very nice. And then we can head on over here and get on Insanity next. I think there's a sign we have to click here. Oh, we actually have to type something for this one. Oh, we got quite a bit of a ways to go up. Alright, here we go. Here comes the drop. Oh, nice. Definitely a very nice ride here. Probably my top ride so far for this amusement park. Alright, let's go ahead and try out the spin cycle again. This time I'm kind of interested in seeing it not in mouse look. And seeing how that goes. Lots of water. Oh, we're starting to pick up speed. We're going to be hurtling through here really soon. Yep. This is a whole different experience, not in mouse look. I think we're starting to slow down now. And I think that's the end of the ride. And of course we have our Sub-Zero back there, though I think we're going to go ahead and take a look at the skyscraper again. This one I really liked from the last place I went to, because it has a nice little effect to it. Yep, the lighting effect I like. Quite a few twists and turns this track has. And there we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at this big attraction over here. But first, let's go ahead and hop on Sub-Zero. Which I feel like we're going to see Sub-Zero quite a bit through these videos. Nice spin to him. Looks like there's planes here. We're like in a destroyed city landscape here. Huh. Okay. So I guess we're gonna be flying around this city, I assume? Oh, okay. It's kind of a weird, styling for a ride, though. Huh. It's pretty neat, though, to be able to circle around and see an area like this on a plane. Oh, looks like we're landing. Alrighty, I'm just gonna fly around here and take a look at this area a little bit. Huh. Oh, okay, I understand now. So there's a ride in the middle of it, but it's also like a paintball area. Okay, that explains it a little bit more. It looks like we have a coaster here that's based off of like a race car. That'll be interesting. This place has a lot of coasters, and I'm pretty happy with that, because I always enjoy the coaster rides and dark rides the most, I think. This has quite a... Okay, we're reaching the top now, but that was quite a long way up. Oh, that's neat. It gives you, like, the styling of flying around in midair, I guess, because that definitely didn't have a track underneath us there for a bit. Plenty of ups and downs. Oh, jeez. Well, it was a neat little ride, especially like the twist that was in the middle there. Yeah, we got breakdance here. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Okay, now it's starting, I think. Oh, there we go. This is pretty neat. It kind of has the spinning, and it has like a bunch of twists and turns in the car itself. Oh geez, this is going pretty fast. Okay, I think we're starting to slow down. Nope, we're back at breakneck speeds. This definitely gives me the feeling like you would see one of these types of rides at a fair, like a county fair or something like that. That's definitely the styling of this sort of thing. Usually I think the ride's called like Wipeout or something like that, but this is very much the same sort of idea. Huh. Ah, there we go. Now it's starting to stop. Alright, I guess we can just hop right out. There we go. And we'll continue along. I guess that looks to be one of the entrances from the four-way that we started at. So I guess we're slowly making our way in a circle in my usual fashion. It looks like there's a funhouse up ahead after a while. We still got a few more rides to go before we get there, though. So far, Second Life's had some pretty nice theme parks, though. They come in different sizes, like the Compact Carnival, which was basically like parcel size. I think it was maybe like a quarter region. And then we have full region theme parks like this, which are nice and expansive, and there's stuff just pretty much everywhere for you to try. Alright. Here we go. And I think that thing over there that's smoking up is a moon cannon, and I actually have not seen a moon cannon in some time. It's a pretty interesting little ride, so... Oh geez, this thing's like twirling around and flipping us at the same time. Like, I'm pretty sure when my view turns yellow, that's us flipping too, but I guess it doesn't work as well on mouse look. I think it's going faster. Well, it looks like we stopped. And it's slowly going back into place. Are we still moving here? Okay. Let's take a look at these shoes, which is kind of a weird thing to see at a theme park, but let's see. Actually, I want to take a look at the moon cannon first. I almost forgot it was here. this is an interesting type of ride if you've never seen it before. Because we're actually blasting off to the moon. And you can see from the cabinets the most important thing we needed was liquor on this trip. And here we are on the moon. Our thing is crashed right into a crater, or has made the crater, either way. Now we have to go inside the moon to figure out what's going on. Let's take a look in here. As we enter, we can see a lot of little, looks like, houses, and some alien creatures that now want to attack us, so let's go ahead and go the other way. It looks like we end up in a mushroom cavern. And now, the more normal-looking insects are wanting to attack us, so let's head back the way we went. And try and slip past, the more humanoid insects around. As you can see, there's a little campfire going right here, and there's a well, and you can actually just drop right down into the well. There's some creatures over here that want to attack us as well. So let's go ahead and get our way out of here. Hey, look, we found another capsule, so let's go ahead and go into it and go back to where we were. And that's the moon cannon, everybody. It's a pretty interesting little ride. Because it takes you up pretty far. And I guess we crash landed back down here at the water in front of the moon cannon. Let's go ahead and ride in the cup of noodles again. Noodle cadoodle. Caboodle, I mean. You would ever think you'd be riding in noodles one day? I guess that's a peppermint in the middle? I'm not quite sure. Looks like one in any case. Now we're getting some speed. And I think that's the end of the ride here. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look at this, yeah, I want to go take a look at the shoes here for a moment. See what's going on here. See what the sign has to say. Planet of the Giants. Take the portal through the boot if you dare. Okay, so this should be interesting. Oh, hey, it's like one of those... It's like a macro area. Or, yeah, a giant area, essentially, where everything's way bigger than you. Got some DVDs here. Mars Attack, War of the Worlds. Got a full-on kitchen here, actually. That's pretty neat. I guess this tells you the things that you could sit on or move. Jump off the spoon handle into the glass. I've actually done a video on the place not too long ago. I think it was last year. That was essentially just like this, but it was the Simpsons kitchen. So this is pretty interesting. Ah, okay, so this is the spoon they were talking about with the glass. And I missed the glass entirely. That's pretty bad. Got the dog food and the water dish right there. I think you can sit in the water dish. Pretty sure I saw a pose ball in there. Pretty neat little place. Got a vent up here with a pipe going through it. Nice little detail. Yeah, I can actually make my way go through there. Visit the toy room. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, very nice. And I see the Lego ride. That's actually a pretty good placement for a room like this. And you can actually ride the Lego ride here. I can see Army Men down on the ground here. Nice little details. There's a little mouse hole too. It actually leads outside. I guess that's a little green alien spaceship thing. Because we keep seeing those around everywhere. RMS Titanic. And you got a fully made dollhouse over there. It's probably going to look exactly our size. Yep, it is. That looks like an old picto box. Elephant out for a walk, stops to have a drink. That's not what I wanted to do, but okay. The magic lantern. Let's go ahead and get on the Lego ride. Fairly neat little toy ride. And we're back at the entrance. Got a little Candyland set up over there as well. Pretty nice couple of rooms. It's been a while since I've seen a room set up like this. I guess this is the way back, I assume. Yep, and then next door over here should be the way back to the park. Let's see. We can go ahead and take a look in here. Looks like a water park set up here with a pool. There's also a hot tub over here as well. Splash and slide. Let's go on up. Caution, slippery when wet. Go ahead and get on the slide, I guess. I'm very enthusiastic for this ride, apparently. Oh, that's neat. The tube actually floats, too. That's actually some pretty deep water. It looks like we have the Candyland ride again. Turtle soup ride. Okay. Oh, so the lid actually comes on and then you circle around in a soup. So that makes sense. Makes me think of the green slime from like Nickelodeon. Let's see, it looks like they got bumper cars over there. They got the Candyland ride. Yeah, I don't know what it is about, like, some of the texturing with some things. It's like, I don't know if they changed Firestorm or something like that, because some of the texturing isn't that good with some of these things, and I'm never quite sure if that's my computer or if it's like some sort of change with my Second Life client that does that. Soon we'll be in Candyland. Nice. I can go for a Reese's peanut butter cup right now. This is a pretty neat little ride, though. It shows like an entire Candyland section in it. And there's free candy as well. Though I think that's a given. There we go. We're actually not too far off away from back to being where we were. Cartoon Castle. Okay, we'll take a look at this. First, I want to see this mech over here. Looks kind of like the one from like the movie Alien. Hey, Spyro. This looks like another toy store of some sort. Oh, there's got the little doll houses as well. I guess the little figurines on that shelf that was there is probably what you'd put in them, I guess. Little toy plane hovering around. And here's another entrance to the middle area. Oh, I see somebody walking around. Sky high. Let's go ahead and take a look in here. I actually had somebody talk to me just now, asking me about amusement park landmarks, so I'm just gonna edit that out of the video and I'm gonna ride this again. In any case, this ride looks like it's actually interactable with the buttons everywhere. Though I'm afraid that if I started doing them, I might have to mute this ride, so I'm gonna go ahead and just leave them alone. In any case, as you can see here, Cartoon Castle has a number of cartoon characters in them, from American to Japanese cartoons. And Disney cartoons. And I think the pictures on the walls are from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I'm pretty sure they are. I do like how they made the Patrick thing almost look like he's holding up the road track. I think that was pretty good use for the way his model is. We got Charmander and Pikachu here from Pokemon. Timon and Simba, I assume that is, but Simba's kind of looking away from us, so I can't tell if that is him or not, but I'm pretty sure. From the Lion King, obviously. The sun looks pretty happy up there. Yeah, it is Simba. We got SpongeBob as a balloon. That's an interesting style for him. In any case, I think that's about the end of Cartoon Castle here. I'm sure it's probably a lot more entertaining with the sound effects and whatnot, so if you want to give it a try, you can come here to Happiness Amusement Park and press all the buttons you want. It looks like up next we have a bowling alley and a set of swings. These probably are just a set of swings. Yep. Pretty nice, though. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at this bowling alley. I can see the big, Oh yeah, I actually have, I actually own this, set of bowling alley. The actual, like, game of it. This is actually the version of it that I know the best and how to do the best. There's a couple of other, I think, game versions of bowling alleys in Second Life, but I don't think I've messed with them that much. Let's go ahead and take a look through the funhouse here. I always like a good funhouse on an amusement park. There's always been quite a few of them, and sometimes I'll find ones that I've never seen before. Like, I don't think I've been through this one before. Looks like it's made of invisible walls. Okay, probably the way out's gonna be somewhere in the middle here, I assume. Oh, so close. Slow coast, but yet so far. It's gonna have to be over this way somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Oh? Oh, I can't go through here, huh? Okay, that's kind of weird. Which way is the way out then? Oh, is that the actual door I'm supposed to leave by? Okay. Oh, it's a teleport door, okay. That's pretty neat. Oh, wow. Yeah, some of these fun houses can get pretty, interesting. Like, a lot of them tend to try and look as simple as they can, and then they'll just throw, like, a bunch of complexity at you, which I'm always happy with. There we go. And we made it out. Okay, so this was actually the way out. It was just kind of made in a way that was not very obvious. And up here, it looks like they have a laser tag arena, which is something I don't actually see often in Second Life. It'd actually probably be fun to try it out at some point. Very bright lit styling of a laser tag arena, though, that's for sure. I guess there's some of it down here as well. Moving right along, we have what appears to be the Tunnel of Love. So I guess we can take a look at that. Seems to be asking us by the sign to change our settings to midnight, so I guess I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. I usually just keep it on estate time because I like the changes between night and day, but if they specifically ask for it, then that's fine too. Though it's also possible that this place actually has a wind light setting, because I don't think it's gotten any darker at all since I've gotten here. So it may be set to be midday at all times. Well, that's a pretty looking castle right there. That looks like a birdhouse, I assume, on the side there. Maybe it's a fae house or something like that. Okay, looks like we're going around for another turn here. Very nice so far. Last time I went on a Tunnel of Love ride, though, it ended up taking me to a underground cavern over at the Pirate Fun Fair. Okay, I think this time it's going to head for the exit. Yep, there we go. And I'll go ahead and set it back to estate time. It looks like they have a diner here and a 1940s club. I don't think I see very many 1940s clubs, so that's a pretty interesting theme. Very nice. And here we got a, what is this, probably like a 50s or 60s diner, I assume? Or maybe this is 40s as well, I'm not quite sure. Dodgems. I also got a little drive-thru here, which it looks like it might be a media-based drive-in, so it actually... You could probably actually watch things up there if you had media turned on. Let's go ahead and play around with the bumper cars a little bit. This one actually has health installed, so... If there was somebody else here that was in a car as well and I bashed into them, they'd start losing health, and probably when they got to 0, they would explode. Some of them don't have health, though, so... It looks like we've made it all the way back to where we started, guys. And this giant building here is actually a golf course, it looks like. We just take a look in here. It looked like it was a rental golf course too, so I guess you would have to actually pay to be able to play golf here. Which it does look like a nice little golf course. I know there's golf courses around in Second Life, but I've never actually played one here. So if you ever actually wanted to play golf here, and wouldn't mind paying a few lindens, then this would probably be the place to do it. Because it definitely looks like it's a full course. Yeah, can't get out that way. I thought the walls might have been go through, but okay. In any case, this was Happiness Amusement Park, our second stop on our Second Life Amusement Park month. And we still have 3 more to do. And if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope you stick around to see more theme parks with me. In any case, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time here on Second Life's Travels. And we're just going to go ahead and head back towards the center spot here.